Hey now, what is up, everybody? First and foremost, thank you for watching today's video. I'm going to open by answering a question that we got by Alex Sola. Alex asked if it's important to work in more cardio, how to work it in, should he be working it in, how should he be working it in, where, etc., etc. So, first and foremost, when you're breaking down a concept or a question like this, I'm going to try to do it not using fancy programming terms and talking about energy system development. So, when I am talking about cardio for this purpose, I'm really referencing having the ability to sustain a moderate heart rate over a very long period of time. So it doesn't mean sprints. That doesn't mean going fast. That doesn't mean going hard. It is about sustaining your heart rate over a very long period of time. So something like a 5K or more. Now, that also will depend on your fitness level. Is it appropriate or necessary for everyone to work in more cardio? No, it is absolutely not. The majority of our workouts fall within that range, not necessarily that time domain, but it's going to get our heart rate to a certain level, and we're going to sustain that, where that will check that box as far as getting cardio in our training program, if that makes sense. Now, for those of you folks who want to add it in, you don't have to, but you absolutely can. Right now, what I would recommend is to give yourself some rest and recovery and even some meals in between before adding more to the current training program. So, for example, if you're an early riser, you wake up at 5 a.m. and you do the CrossFit workout in the morning, you do it fasted, and then you want to do some more cardio after that. To be quite honest, I don't have stats and I don't have data to back this up. However, I would bet that there would be some diminishing return if post CrossFit workouts you did more cardio. I would allow myself to recover. I would fuel, I would eat, I would shower, stretch, go on with my day, etc., etc. And I would consider doing more cardio in the afternoon, so I'm well rested and I'm recovered and my heart rate has gone back down to complete resting, etc., etc. If I do that, I'll have the ability to be more intense and I could potentially have more focus on my workout. And the intensity factor is the most important thing. After a high intensity, what's normally a shorter CrossFit workout, if you try to add cardio after something like that, you're more than likely just going to cause more stress and more trauma to the central nervous system and to your body. After we perform high intensity efforts, we want adequate amount of rest. So if you're the kind of person that is taking, the morning class, and after the class, because you didn't do enough, you get on the bike for 45 minutes. Sometimes that's okay, but that's not really a healthy practice and something that we want to encourage. Doing more is okay. It just depends on how you do it, when you do it, and why you're doing it. So, can you do more cardio? Yes. However, I'll challenge you and I'll say, what are your goals? Why do you want to do more cardio? Is it a food problem? Is it an inflammation problem? Is it a body composition problem? Let's unpack and understand why you think you need to add more to the training program. Let's address those things. And maybe the answer is yes. Another thing to consider would be injury prevention. The kind of training that you're doing, if you currently, for example, let's say you've got one of the CrossFit Soul rowers at home, or maybe you got your own rower sitting at home, and you have a history of back injuries. We've been deadlifting, we've been front squatting, we've been jumping in workouts. So you want to add more cardio by sitting on the rower in that hinged position. That's not great for our lower back, especially sitting on there for 30 minutes or more. That's probably not something that you want to do, right? Same thing goes if you're recovering from a knee injury. Adding more running is probably not what you want to do. So let's talk about those things. Please keep asking more questions, and we will answer them in this forum. Thank you very much, Alex. Moving on to Thursday's workout. This is a tough one. This has a hero workout look and feel to it. And for those of you guys who love trying to hack our programming and the way that we design some of these things for you folks, most of your definitely your Saturdays. much of your Saturdays and some of your Thursday workouts are going to have that old school seal fit hero workout look and feel to them once again. This one's very simple, 50 rounds for time, one renegade row per side, one double press, and one burpee. So it's a simple one. It's going to be just like I said about that Monday workout. Now, this is not in that 10-minute range. However, this is mostly going to be about your ability to focus and grind hard. Let me tell you right now that your first limiter is going to be your head saying slow down or stop. The second your head starts saying that is when we need to start ignoring some of those pain signals. And as long as you're moving at a cyclical, slow, repeatable pace, you're good to go. That's what we're looking for in this one, is that kind of pace. All right. In regards to the Renegade row, hopefully you watch Sean and Frank's video. I couldn't imagine why you wouldn't. But if you didn't, and if you're Googling around Renegade rows, we are looking for the version that does not have an extra push-up in it. We do plenty of push-ups. You're going to do push-ups in the double press, et cetera, et cetera. You don't, and in the burpee, you don't need to add another one to the Renegade row, okay? So then when we move on to double press, something that I want to make sure that everybody does will make their lives much easier. When the dumbbells are coming off the floor, think about shooting the hips back and hinging back so the dumbbells are almost in this same similar position as they would be for a kettlebell swing or snatch. The most efficient kind of double press that we'll see utilizes the hips and looks more like a double dumbbell snatch than it does some other kind of swing or dumbbell exercise, if that makes sense. So once again, when we come up, we want to make sure the dumbbells are under the hips so we can drive the hips forward and push the dumbbells overhead. That makes sense. All right. Really not a lot to unpack. There's not a tremendous amount of strategy on this one. As long as you start with a cyclical, slow, repeatable, breathable pace, you'll be good to go. All right. Now, I know I got some freaks out there who might want to wear a weight vest for this one. Let's not do that. I want to see you push hard for those 50 rounds. Okay. Thank you as always for watching. Good luck to you guys. Peace.